This is the process shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a haunted movie theater, and I've seen Greywater, a short new documentary from Daniel Lombroso. It begins with an investigation into what seems to be a poaching ring out in New York City, as beachcombers dredge a lake for wildlife in the dead of night. While police are called to put a stop to this, environmentalists are worried about the longer-lasting damage, as the lake itself is historically known for being a resting point for runoff from a nearby landfill, and thus anything within the lake is subjected to decades of pollution. Even so, despite numerous warnings posted about this, the poachers still grab whatever they can, leading to questions of why they persist and what the circumstances are that force them to take such desperate measures. While the greater narrative and topic of discussion does take a bit of a shift over time, it flows rather well through the different subjects and themes and ties everything together. Its greatest strength is probably in the amount of information and context delivered over time, encompassing past and present events and concerns, and how exactly they've come to be linked, and shedding light on something that's relatively obscure compared to the many other stories out of New York, yet has still affected and continues to affect so many people. That said, the shift in conversation from environmentalism to social and cultural issues does feel a bit iffy. Not like in a forced or artificial manner, but in a way which almost seems to stretch the two subjects to try and connect them in a significant way when they might otherwise only have a weak connection. They aren't unimportant topics by any means, but it feels as if the filmmakers had both ideas in mind at conception, then built up the film from both ends before trying to figure out how to connect them in the middle. The movie does at least do its best to mesh them together, especially through its footage choices and the editing, which juxtaposes both the greater history of the lake and the environmental damage against the modern issues plaguing minority communities and the state of their lives and livelihoods. Visually speaking, there's a good amount of well-done shot work, most of all nighttime scenes that literally highlight the poachers at work, making it apparent how untraditional they are from what most people would expect a poacher to be or to look like, further showing just how their plight is all too real. I just feel like it could have been its own documentary instead of being here. Greywater, Daniel Lombroso, 2022. 3 stars. I'll still recommend it, since there's still a good amount to learn from the film when all is said and done. That's it for this review. If you liked it, leave a like. If you have something to add, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. On a less serious note, I feel like even if they were able to clean up the water in New York, that would do nothing for the smell.